what has gone on with me with my, you know, my lupus and everything like that. I wanted to share it because after being on a month of prednisone, that gave me some insight on what I should maybe change, what I should maybe be doing. And so I wanted to share it with you guys. All right. So I'm a little bit scared because I'm going to take my cap off and everything like that. I have never really had my hair out like that. The last time I think I had it out was like since 2021, about there. But I've always had it covered. So we're going to start like a long conversation about it and what it is for me in terms of having discoid lupus. All right. Anyways, let's start. We're going to go all the way back. We're going to go all the way back from the time when all of my symptoms started, how I learned about what I have, what I thought I had, what I thought caused it. There's so many different things when it comes to discoid lupus. First and foremost, let's classify discoid lupus and lupus. Story time? Well, somewhat. All right, so discoid lupus has to deal more with the skin. And so there is about a 10 to 20% chance of me developing the systemic lupus. So there is this discoid lupus, which is DLE, and then there's the systemic, which is the SLE. All right. So what I have is discoid lupus, but we're going to start back onto how that all happened. So in 2006, I got pregnant with my second son, who is now 17. So I've been suffering from this with almost 16 years now. All right. So in 2006, I had my son. So I got pregnant around 2005. So 2006, I had him. Later in 2006, I started experiencing symptoms. Now, around that time, I had just gotten a relaxer. My hair was laid, okay? And I it hadn't been long since I've been relaxing my hair, to be honest. I first relaxed my hair at age 17, 16, I'm sorry, 17, 18 years old. So my hair was all natural. So when I had my first perm, it was like all the way down my shoulders, you know? That's how long it was. But anyways, I started noticing the symptoms. Now, discoid lupus, why they call it discoid is because it's like a little like it could be anywhere from a nickel to a quarter size circle. Once they join up, then they form a bigger mass. But anyways, my problem spot started like right in the middle here, right here. And with that, it was a swollen area, which swelling, a lot of burning, a lot of itching, and then bam, no hair there. So I was like, what the hell? Maybe it was the relaxer that I got. Maybe they put something in it. Maybe there was a chemical in it. Maybe I've gotten allergic to it. At that time, I had gotten the Depo-Vera shot. I'd lost like 5 pounds in like a week. Granted, I was eating a lot, so they took me off of that. They didn't know what caused it. Then they thought maybe it was the blood pressure pills because at the time of my pregnancy, I had to go on blood pressure pills after. So I had like what they call postpartum, post eclampsia instead of pre eclampsia. And so they thought, okay, maybe it was the blood pressure pill. Depo-Vera, it wasn't a shot. Yeah, it was the Depo-Vera shot. That's to prevent pregnancy. So you get it like every 3 months or something like that. But instead of everybody claimed that it will cause you to swell. Instead of causing me to swell, I got smaller. So I basically lost weight. So they were trying to determine, they ran blood work on me. Nothing could tell them what was wrong. They never really looked at the underlying condition. So I decided in 2007, early 2007, to cut my hair off. So that was the first haircut I had. I was looking like Grace Jones, y'all. Like Grace Jones, like Grace Jones. But anyways, let's continue. My hair started growing back, and so I thought, okay, everything was good. I maybe just needed a haircut, needed to get the relaxer out of my system and whatnot. And things were good. Things were good for a while until I decided, oh my God, I can't deal with this natural hair stuff, even though I dealt with it for 17 years before I got it relaxed. I didn't want to deal with it. And so I ended up getting another relaxer. Things was like kind of good for a while, like hella good. My hair was thriving, it was growing, it was healthy and everything like that. Until one day when I got up, I was brushing my hair and I looked down in the sink and it looked like as if I just took a scissors and I just cut my hair, which I didn't. I was brushing my hair at the time. And when I felt the crown of my head, it's like the hair was like just short. Like a ghost just cut my hair and I didn't know. Anyways, I pulled it in a bun and I went to work, came back home, took it down, and more hair started coming out. Now I'm like, what the hell? So I shaved it off again. And that's when all hell broke loose. When I shaved it off, I literally like had fever. I was feverish and everything like that. My scalp was just on fire. I didn't know what to do. Went to the doctor. They gave me antibiotics and stuff like that. They were like, I maybe have an infection. They didn't look any further. So after the antibiotic and everything like that, everything calmed down. My hair started growing back. And I realized there are not too many things that I could put in my hair. So one of them being relaxers. So I started staying away from relaxers. And that is where the journey began of trying to find out what meshes with my hair, what doesn't. If I use something that did not mesh with my hair, because I don't have a reaction or a flare until a few weeks later, it was like I didn't know what it was. I had to trace back to what I did or what I was doing that will cause it. So fast forward to 2012, my hair started acting up again. Same spot hair, but it started spreading more. Now with Discoid lupus, you get lesions. You get a little circular spot, and in the middle there is a black lesion in there. That's like where all the roots, the hair breaks off at the roots. So it's not really clean. So you can't really say it's alopecia areata, which is what some people would think it is, but there were lesions. So I ended up going back to the same dermatologist spot, but I ended up seeing another doctor there instead. And so he looked at my scalp and he automatically gave me some steroid cream and I started using it. But then the spots started spreading more. So he said, I'm going to have to biopsy. So he looked at one of the spots. He basically cut a piece of my scalp off. So he took that and he sent it out. And about a week later, I got a call saying, you have discoid lupus.